David definitely put together the most functional and reusable and non-frightening Shmoo-Ball launcher, so we appreciate that. So David gives himself a box of Woot, I guess?
Yes, and for you,
Uh-oh.
we have a box of Woot.
A box of Woot.
Look, Bruce, it's another box. All
I
right.
think I'm supposed to open this. Does anyone have a blade?
Here, blade.
I don't know what you're looking at, really. This is a leaf. Yeah.
It's a whole lot of these.
Don't eat the desiccant.
What are those?
I don't know.
I actually don't know.
XM radio. To ensure
These,
that
oh, no.
it
These,
operates properly.
we got a box of ferrites
Ferrites.
that you put on to like cables to reduce interference. An entire box of them. I would not throw those. Oh, there's something underneath it though. Ooh. There's an arouser stress ball. And if anyone has any idea how I'm supposed to use the two of these things together, that doesn't break any international treaties, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, big thanks to Woot. If everyone just give a big Woot. There we go. Thank you very much. All right. Shmooganography. Shmooganography has their own PowerPoint presentation. Ooh. All right. We're all moving together now. This is good. Here, I'll clean up the ferrites while you do that. They're like tribbles.
All right. So Mike here, he's passing out some Shmooganography t-shirts. So if you try to get him, he may get you something. So I'll go over the game. I don't think many people have played, so we don't have a winner as of now. So don't email me with anything because it's not going to count anyway. There are 8 stages in here. So this is the first stage. We started with the paragraph. You'll notice, there was a whole bunch of misspellings in there. There was a point to that. So what you do is you index in. So the first line, do, obviously is not misspelled, but is used incorrectly. So that's the first one. You get these numbers across the slide, and it's actually a ISBN number for this barcode book. All you had to do was Google it. It was that easy. Stage 2. So now we know something about barcodes. And we notice you get this 2D barcode in your book bag or whatever, and then you have this barcode on the luggage tag, right? So look kind of like this. So you'll notice then immediately right off the 1D tag here has letters in it. Well, that doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. And most people can scan in the 2D ones, but what they haven't figured out was if you scan in the 1D, it was actually indexes in to the words on the 2D spider what the actual code word is. So 4 being the 4th letter into spiders, and then 1 being the first letter into R. It wasn't that difficult, but I guess a lot of people couldn't figure that one out. So we moved on to stage 3. And this was, we had an access point or a client connected to the ShmooCon Labs access point. For the people who were trying to connect to our access point, that wasn't the case. I think Mobile Disco was trying to do that. So we tried that in the past, but not this year. All we simply did was just run a script to go out to these websites. If you listen for it, you can get these websites, and they actually capitalized it, and they reserved it, didn't lowercase anything. And once you put this all together, you get the Angry Mock-In. That was your third code. And then you notice in here, there's the Google's group. So just should check that one out. So that leads you to stage 4. What we do here is, Mike here, he wrote a program in Windows to actually to hide a function that's simply just going to go out, and when you run the app, it just does an IP config in Windows. Let me go back. So when you do a strings on that program, you'll see this secret moose thing. So if you give it that parameter, a secret moose, it gives you nicely played. The code word is admit mild revival. So the next thing you have to do is actually just put spaces in there, do it again, and you got it, which leads you to this. So this is the mat. So who liked the mat?
Yay,
all right, so that's him. So we spent quite a bit of time, Mike spent quite a bit of time with his wife working on the mat. It's octal. That's all it is. And if you went through the time to convert it, you'll get what's laid out here on the left here, which simply says Shmooganography challenge on the left. And you can read it later. We'll post the slides. But The clue is that there's a web URL sitting here that points to an MP3. So you go to the web URL and you get Dual Core's song, The Game. All right, yeah, so the game was legit. I mean, it's you download, you can play it, it'll all look good, but you have to look at the album art. So if you look at the album art here, the next level, look, what's that? Ah, see, I wasn't even paying attention. Ah. So if you look here very closely, you can see the clues written in here, int 80 weaves rhymes for all to hear, yada, yada, yada. And then you'll see the hex stuff. So Mike decided he put the lyrics.wikipedia.com, and if you actually go into the third word and the beginning letter of that word into the lyrics, then you would actually be able to put the code together. What was that? Victim, kin, kin. So there's a theme to these codes. We're kind of getting there. Stage 7. So we talked about this, what we call a spider that went out and grabbed all these web pages in the earlier stage, and that's all it did. Well, we also had a website on that same computer. So all you had to do is you had to try to connect to that computer using HTTPS.
And no one hacked it.
Yeah, no one hacked it, thank God. And you would actually get this here, this site. Basically what it's saying is we already gave you the clue in the code. So if you look a little closer, it was a cert. And most people just tend to say, okay, well, this cert come up, there's an issue with it, whatever. Okay, let me just go through. If you actually look at the cert in the email address for the issuer, you also see add this vim at code, there's your code, and then the clue was advertisements can be deceiving, streaming is no exception. So that should lead you, well, there was 4 posters hanging up. Here, they looked identical, but they really weren't. So if you took pictures of all of these guys, and overlapped them, you actually see that the spaces in the posters would actually spell this out here. So if you look at the posters here, you can actually see that at the top there's some spaces that are not consistent between each of the posters. All you had to do is kind of merge that together and it will spell that word. In doing that, you would actually see that there's some characters that actually are flipped. They're different. So like poster 1 may be letter A, but then posters 2, 3, and 4 be Z. I don't know. So when you get all that together and get all those different characters together, then that gives you the clue. And I don't remember what the clue was. You remember what the clue was? Is there? Oh, here it is. So the clue was the EMINT is people, places, or thing. Well, that didn't make a lot of sense. I was hoping you get an anagram out of that one. So the theme is people, places, or things. So the code words were all this here. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but if you try to do the anagram on it, you actually see these are famous hackers at one point in time. So that was the theme. They're all famous hackers. So we thank all these people, our wives, especially Bruce, Heidi, and Dual Core for letting us use the CD. And if you want to see this more and want to play the game, I can give you the pictures. Just email us.
Thanks. Thanks, guys, for putting that together. If you can't tell, that was an astronomical amount of work to put together. It was amazing. So seriously, thanks, guys. That map wasn't just pretty; it was octal. Like when you think about that, and that was just one part of it. It's amazing the amount of effort that they put in to the whole thing. So cool. Next, who? Mike and Will. Mike and Will, you guys win sweatshirts for being so cool. Come on up. Yay! Go, Mike and Will. Lockpick Village. I don't know that I have a slide in here for you. So before I forget, do you have things you want to say, give away, and that? Oh, maybe we do later on. Oh, well, I guess they're coming up anyway. Oh, no, hey, check that out. You were the next one anyway. Hey, there we go. Are they here? Oh, I'm sorry, dude, you blended in. You're all like camo and stuff.
We got VGA.
Yeah, I got VGA. I got your VGA right here. He's had my VGA.
We're gonna age check everyone now.
It's stress ball. That's a giant Viagra pill stress ball, by the way. Syncing. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So thank you for everyone who braved the weather. We had a blast with it, but I'm sure it played heck for some people who couldn't be here, and we all missed them. But in the spirit of things, we continued on. We did the Lockpick Village as always. How many people stopped by? Thank you so much. We love being here. I love every single person who is behind me on this. They have just amazing constitutions, and I kick them up every morning, like at 8 a.m. when we roll back after all the parties. And I can't thank you guys enough. I really love each and every one of you. I love everyone who came and played, who participated. Give us feedback. Please tell us what you liked, what you didn't. The handcuff play area was new this year. I just threw the collection on a table, and I was like, maybe people will play with these. They wound up at every party every night. So tell us more of what you like, and we'll keep bringing them back. We kind of cleaned them a little bit. So Gringo Warrior is our game. I tend to think at contests you should explain it, faster than it takes to take a piss. So this is my simple dumbed down version. It's just, hey, let's escape from everything and look really funny while we do it. And the contestants who play always, we think they're great. Infonaut was our fourth place guy. He had a great score, a great time. Apparently there's this new technology, it's like Wi-Fi's or something, and this thing tells you if it's near. So if you have a new enough computer and this thing lights up, I guess you can get on the tubes. Merlin also did very well from 949. He won the handcuffs that everyone wanted to break into. These awesome new My Favorite Handcuffs by Yule. Well done, Merlin. You should be applauding these people. Come on, these guys kicked ass. Jerry, who wins apparently everything at this conference, was our second place guy this year. He did a great job as always. He got some tool picks. And Rogue blew them all out of the water. Highest score we've ever had in a run of Gringo Warrior. So she takes home the ninja picks that Valtrex makes, and they're gorgeous. He couldn't be here because his wife crotch fruited, but we miss him. We'll see him next year. So yes, thank you for coming. Thank you for learning about locks. We understand that it has a bigger meaning and it applies to the knowledge you take home, but it's just a fucking hoot for us to play around with you guys every year. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys. Oh, yeah. All right. We got one more round of Rosham, and I think what we're going to do is we've got some pretty cool prizes from Tool. These aren't for anything in particular, right? No, sweet. So this is a serious game of Rosham because we got jigglers.
And you got that book set.
I'll get to that in a minute. We got a pick set with a pick holder. We got leftover cloves, little schmoop cloves. We got another tool pick set, another tool pick set. This is hardcore. And then we've got is this the full collection of Rick Dakin Geek Mafia books? The full collection of Rick Dakin Geek Mafia book. Where's Rick? Is Rick around? Rick? Bald? Big bald guy that's not Skydog? Oh, wait, you're not bald. Ooh. Don't anger the staff. All right. So again, really quick, we're going to do the same rules. Everybody stand up. We're going to do this very quickly. All right? Find a neighbor. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Losers, sit down. Find a neighbor. Go, go, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Find a neighbor. Find a neighbor. Come on. Keep going. One more round. Find a neighbor. 2 more rounds. Come on. Come on, you can do it. No standing around, sir. No standing around. We're watching you. All right. Come forward. Everyone that's left, come forward. Come forward. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Come forward. It's not hard, RIT kids. Seriously, it's 3 things. It's deterministic. All right, come up. All right. Real quick, we are on round average. So everybody turn to each other. Grab a partner. Are we all paired up? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, do it.
Right here, you two, right here.
All right, losers, go. Losers, go. All right, found another group of people. 1, 2, 3, go.
You got, there's 2, 2.
Okay, how many we got over here? We got 2 over here. How many we got over here? What are we down to over here? No more games right now. We got 1, 2, 3. These guys, they're showing their hands to each other. I didn't have a rock up my sleeve. It wasn't one. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I did fail. Do we have any extra prizes that we have to give away? What? Oh, we got some more books. All right, so we're gonna just go. Okay, we got all kinds of stuff. Come on up. So I'm going to hand this over here, and I'm going to leave. We got more books from Bill from No Starch. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, No Starch Press. They've been great at giving us books and showing up every year. You guys all slide down this way, and you can fight over the pick sets and the jigglers and the books and all that good stuff. So, all right, real quick. Deviant, I just erased your slide because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. That's what I think of Deviant. All right, feedback. please, 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 please go to feedback.shmoocon.org. Branson and team put a lot of effort into making that work. It makes our lives easier. I know that you're not that interested in making our lives easier, but